America's heartland. Vast, open spaces that stretch as far as the eye can see, where the horizon blurs into a gentle haze. Here, the land seems endless and the sky feels impossibly wide, a canvas painted with shifting clouds and golden sunlight, rolling hills and whispering fields, where the wind carries secrets from one lonely farm to the next. The grass bends and sways, as if listening to stories only the land remembers. Every gust seems to echo with memories of generations past, but beneath this serene facade lies another world, one hidden in the morning mist and the silence of empty barns. It's a world that exists just out of sight, where the ordinary gives way to the extraordinary. A world of secrets, of shadows and whispers that drift through the trees at dusk, and of mysteries that linger long after the sun has set. Here, the darkness is never truly empty. A world where strange tales are woven into the very fabric of small-town life. In these close-knit communities, stories pass from neighbor to neighbor, growing with each telling, becoming legends that shape the identity of the place. This is rural America, where isolation breeds not just solitude, but also secrecy. The distance between homes is measured not just in miles, but in the silence that fills the space between. Here, privacy is a way of life, and sometimes, so is suspicion. In these quiet corners, old journals and faded maps tell of things lost and found, of events that never made the local paper. The past lingers, waiting to be uncovered by those willing to look. And within that secrecy, something else stirs, something hidden, just beyond the reach of the familiar. The woods conceal more than wildlife. They hold the unknown, the unexplained, the things that make us pause before stepping off the path. For centuries, rumors have circulated of groups operating just beyond the reach of mainstream society. Whispers of gatherings in the woods, of rituals performed under the cover of darkness, have become part of the local lore. Groups with their own beliefs, rituals, and codes of conduct. Some benevolent, some not. Their presence is felt in subtle ways. A symbol carved into a tree, a gathering seen from afar, a story told in hushed tones. These are the stories that keep us up at night. The flicker of a light in an abandoned house, the sound of footsteps on a gravel road when no one should be there. The sense that something is watching, waiting. Stories that make us question what we think we know. They remind us that even the most familiar places can hold secrets, and that the people we think we know best may have hidden sides. Stories that remind us that the truth can be stranger than fiction. In the heart of rural America, the line between reality and legend is thin, and sometimes the wind itself seems to whisper the answers we seek. The line between belief and reality can blur in these isolated pockets of America. Small towns, often bound by tradition and shared history, become fertile ground for close-knit communities. But these communities aren't always what they seem. Some harbor secrets guarded fiercely from outsiders. Secrets passed down through generations, shielded from prying eyes. These are the groups that fascinate us, the ones that defy easy explanation. Cults, societies, fellowships, they go by many names. Their beliefs may seem strange, even dangerous to some. Yet, to their members, they offer something profound, a sense of belonging, of purpose, of something bigger than themselves. What goes on behind closed doors, behind the veil of secrecy? The rituals vary widely. Some groups practice ancient ceremonies, passed down through generations. Others engage in more modern practices, incorporating technology or New Age beliefs. Some seek spiritual enlightenment, while others crave power or control. It's important to remember that not all groups are created equal. Some are relatively harmless. Their practice is more akin to eccentric hobbies than dangerous doctrines. Others, however, can exert a powerful hold on their members, demanding absolute loyalty and obedience. This is where things can turn dangerous, leading to exploitation, abuse, and even violence. The impact of these groups on their communities can be complex. Some bring a sense of order and purpose, offering support and structure to their members. They might contribute to the local economy, establish businesses, or engage in charitable work. Their presence, while unconventional, can become a part of the fabric of the community. But there's another side to this coin. Some groups isolate their members from the outside world, fostering distrust and suspicion. They may exploit local resources, drain community funds, or engage in illegal activities. Their presence can cast a long shadow, dividing families and creating tension within the community. The allure of the unknown is a powerful force. It draws us in, whispering promises of adventure and discovery. But as we venture into the heart of these mysteries, we must tread carefully. Respect is paramount. These are not tourist attractions, but real communities with real lives. We must remember that everyone has the right to their beliefs, no matter how strange or unconventional they may seem. Our role is not to judge, but to observe, to understand, and to share these stories responsibly. We must avoid sensationalism, respecting the privacy of individuals and communities while shedding light on these hidden corners of America. Sometimes, the most unsettling discoveries aren't about chanting robes or hidden compounds, but about groups hiding in plain sight. These are the organizations that blend seamlessly into the fabric of everyday life. Their influence so subtle that most people never even realize they're there. They don't need secret handshakes or coded messages, just a quiet office, a few well-placed connections, and a knack for working behind the scenes. Groups like SERFA, the Society of Utility and Regulatory Financial Analysts, are a perfect example. On the surface, they look like just another professional association, maybe even a little boring. But beneath that unremarkable exterior, they wield a surprising amount of power over the lives of millions. They don't have rituals or robes, but honestly, their impact is undeniable. Every month, when families across rural America open their utility bills, they're feeling the effects of decisions made in boardrooms and regulatory hearings, decisions that most of us never see, and certainly never get to vote on. This secretive network of consultants operates in the shadows, influencing state regulators with, questionable economic models. They're not household names, but their recommendations shape the rules that determine how much you pay for electricity, water, and other essentials. Their methods are complex, often cloaked in technical jargon that's hard for the average person to decipher. The result? Skyrocketing electricity bills for everyday Americans. It's not just a few dollars here and there. These increases add up, straining the budgets of families who are already feeling the pinch from rising costs everywhere else. Since 2021, residential electricity rates have surged 49% higher than inflation, costing consumers an estimated $50 billion every year. That's not just a statistic, it's a real, tangible hit to the wallets of people who can least afford it. For many, it means making tough choices. Do you pay the electric bill, or do you cut back on groceries this month? That's roughly $300 per household, a significant burden in these uncertain times. For seniors on fixed incomes, young families just starting out, or anyone living paycheck to paycheck, that extra cost can be the difference between stability and hardship. It's a silent crisis, playing out in kitchens and living rooms across the country. SERFA's methods, while legal in many states, have definitely raised red flags. Watchdog groups and consumer advocates have started to take notice, questioning whether these consultants are truly serving the public interest, or just the interests of the utilities and investors who stand to profit. Their so-called risk premium and expected earnings analyses were actually deemed illogical by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and banned from federal proceedings in 2022. That's a rare rebuke from a federal agency, and it speaks volumes about the credibility of SERFA's approach. Yet despite this, their influence continues to grow at the state level. Yet they persist at the state level, shielded by some very powerful interests. As long as these groups operate in the shadows, the true cost of their influence will be paid by ordinary people, one utility bill at a time. Whether it's a group seeking spiritual enlightenment or one manipulating financial systems, there's a common thread: the human need for belonging. In a world that can feel, increasingly isolating, these groups offer a sense of community, purpose, and identity. They provide answers in a world that's often filled with questions. This isn't to excuse harmful or exploitative behavior, of course, but to understand the allure of these groups, we really have to recognize the very human needs they exploit. The need for connection, for meaning, for something bigger than ourselves. These needs are universal, and honestly, they can lead people down different paths, some more dangerous than others. The journey into America's hidden underbelly is not for the faint of heart. It calls to those who are willing to look beyond the surface, to question what lies beneath the familiar landscapes and quiet towns. This is a path that winds through forgotten places, where every shadow and every silence seems to hold a secret waiting to be uncovered. It's a journey fraught with ethical dilemmas, potential dangers, and, yeah, the constant reminder that things are not always what they seem. Each step forward can feel like stepping into the unknown, where the rules you thought you understood no longer apply. The line between right and wrong can blur, and the stories you uncover may challenge your sense of reality. Yet, despite the risks, there's a magnetic pull to keep going. The thrill of discovery, the hope of finding answers, and the possibility of seeing the world through a new lens drive us onward. Sometimes the most unsettling places are the ones that teach us the most. But it's also a journey of discovery, one that challenges our preconceptions and forces us to confront the unknown. We learn to listen more closely, to observe more carefully, and to question the stories we've always accepted as truth. As we delve deeper into these mysteries, we need to remember that the most important discoveries are often about ourselves. The journey becomes a mirror, reflecting our fears, our hopes, and our willingness to embrace uncertainty. About our own beliefs, our own biases, and our own capacity for understanding. We may find that the answers we seek are not always out there, but within us, shaped by our experiences and our willingness to grow. The world is full of wonders, both strange and familiar. Every hidden corner, every untold story adds another layer to the rich tapestry of our shared experience. It's up to us to approach them with curiosity, respect, and an open mind. Only then can we truly appreciate the mysteries that surround us, and perhaps discover something extraordinary along the way. The stories we've explored are just a glimpse into a vast hidden world. A world where belief and reality collide, where secrets are fiercely guarded, and where the human need for connection can lead down both inspiring and dangerous paths. But honestly, this is just the beginning. There are countless more stories to uncover, countless more mysteries to unravel. Join us as we continue our exploration into the heart of America's hidden underbelly. Subscribe now for more ad-free documentaries, exclusive interviews, and behind-the-scenes access. Together, let's journey beyond the veil and uncover the truth that lies hidden in plain sight.